Welcome to episode 31 of Lost Signals. My name is Darrell.
I'm JD.
And it's been another long time since we've done this again.
We could do the corny shit and say, hey, it's been a year.
No, we can't do that. Because then I'd have to punch myself in the face because those people that make those bad jokes are just not funny.
Not,
in my opinion, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how are you?
I'm better now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. As for anybody that doesn't know, I had COVID last week. But, so, again, I'm double vaxxed. I got a booster shot. Actually, I got my booster shot, and then 4 days later, I got sick. Yeah. So, who knows if it was actually doing anything at the time, because it might take a little bit. Regardless. My case of COVID, I've had hangovers that were worse than that. Like legit. Like,
okay.
Monday, I woke up and I had a little bit of a headache and a runny nose, and I tested positive on Monday. Tuesday, it was worse. Like it was like a sweat and a worse headache and sneezing, runny nose, coughing. Wednesday, a little bit better, and then Thursday on, I just started feeling better and better. Like it lasted 3 days. And then it was over and done with. So that's my experience with it. And I know some people may not, even if they caught this variant of it, they may not have it as easy as I did. Because you don't know how you're going to react to it. But I know a lot of people like close to me and around like my social circle, we all had it at the same time.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of the same. Like, not really sick, just like it's like you had the cold or a flu.
Yeah.
So but
so I mean, it was bound to happen. It was going to be you or me first.
Yeah,
right.
I win.
Darrell wins 2022.
Yeah. What I won is a bunch of fucking Q-tips up my nose.
Oh, no. Come on now. I do that once every 2 weeks voluntarily.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because of the two jobs that I have.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that's just a thing. So,
but I was jamming these up my nose on my own.
Yeah.
like I wasn't going to a doctor or like going to see a nurse to do it.
No, fair enough. So I think that's a great way to kind of revisit what this whole situation is all about.
Yeah.
The reason why we get vaccinated, the reason why we quarantine, and how lucky you potentially are when it comes to how hard it hit you or did not hit you.
Yeah.
So a coworker of mine at the radio station got sick. She's a young woman, barely 20 years old, and she has had 2 shots, no booster, and she popped positive for COVID-19, and she started going off on social media saying like, wow, what was the point of these goddamn vaccines if I'm going to get sick anyway? I barely even feel sick at all, and blah, 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 blah. So I send her a quick message and I go, you're missing the point of the vaccine. You're missing the point of why we were quarantined until we got the vaccine. She goes, what do you mean? I said, there is a very strong possibility that because you got 2 vaccine shots, that you barely feel sick at all.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, and she goes, well, I'm just pissed off that I got sick. I mean, I wasn't supposed to get sick. I said, no one ever said the vaccine was going to prevent you from getting COVID-19.
Right.
No one ever said that. They said it lessens the likelihood of you getting it, but the entire purpose of this vaccine is to prepare you so that if you do get sick, it's not going to devastate you.
Yeah.
After that, she calmed down. Well, good point.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just the way it is. It's fucking. I don't think my symptoms would have been great if I didn't have the vaccine. Right? It's just the way it is. But like, I'm just like what I'm really hoping now that there's so many people getting it right now. Like it's almost like I know more people that have it or have had it in the last 2 weeks than people that don't have it. You know what I mean? Like it's So I'm hoping that it just everybody gets it, and then everybody just forgets about it. You know what I mean? Because it'll just go away. That's what I'm hoping, because I'm just fucking tired of this shit.
Who isn't? Like,
Yeah.
I can't even fathom the thought of someone out there who just gets excited about new news or numbers or anything like that when it comes to this fucking pandemic.
If you go on the internet, though, you go on Twitter or you go on Reddit or whatever, there seems like there's a lot of people out there that are really excited for like new variants. You know, that they want to stay home and they want to, you know, like not ever go out again. I'm like, you know what? Fucking do your own thing. But like, if you want to stay home, fine. But
leave me out of it.
Yeah,
just fucking leave me out of it.
I want to go see things and I want to go do things. Like today, they just announced that Slipknot is coming to Saskatoon in April, and I'm fucking going. I don't care.
And
I don't care.
And Vancouver in February.
No, it's like
April.
No, it's April.
You're right
yeah,
too.
It's all on one loop. So they're fucking Winnipeg, Saskatoon, Regina, and Vancouver. Like fucking, that's weird. But anyways, like we'll talk about that.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll touch back on that in a little bit. Yes. Yeah, like I want to go out and do shit too.
Yeah, like there's a lot of concerts I want to go see. You know, like I know you can go to movie theaters and stuff now, and I have, but it's like just I want to be able to go and do things. Not that it's really stopped me, but like these people that are really like rooting for the virus need to go get fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So
100%. I agree. Yes.
So
the second thing I want to touch on that people have seemed forgotten is the reason why we quarantine, not before the vaccine, but quarantine when we get sick. And I just want to just kind of refresh the statement here. And the reason why we quarantine, the reason why you quarantine is to not spread it to other people who aren't already sick.
Yeah.
It's the reason why hospitals and ICUs and stuff like that, they're not bubbled up. You know, not everyone is in their own little shell bubble. People who are sick with COVID-19, doesn't matter the variant, people who are sick with COVID-19 can be in the same room together because you can't get herpes twice.
Yeah, no, you know? Yeah, you're right. Like, yeah.
So, like, for example, if like, I love you like a brother, but if you were sick, I'd be like door dashing chicken soup to you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me, right?
Yeah.
But if you and I were sick, fuck, man, you and I would be hanging out on a couch, drinking beer, playing video games.
Yeah, exactly. It's
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That may or may not have happened when I was in quarantine.
Well, and again, like the whole point of quarantine is to prevent getting other people who aren't already sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. But
so, and this was an argument that came up actually through another coworker of mine, a dear friend of mine who got COVID-19 just after Christmas, just before New Year's, and he started doing his show from home. And the argument was like, well, I mean, where's his wife going to stay? It's like, well, his wife is sick too.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for them to be in different places.
Yeah.
You know?
It is kind of silly, but whatever. You know, like it is what it is.
I just wanted to, like, you know, we with all the bullshit that's going on right now, with all the misinformation and also just the absolute chaos that the world is in right now, we just need to step back and remind ourselves, this is the reason why we did this. This is the reason why we did this. This is the reason why we did this. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're feeling better. Like, clearly you look handsome as ever.
Drinking a beer. I had beer last night. I had beer the night before. The fun thing is that I was off for work for 10 days. So the rules are now in Saskatchewan, it's 5-day quarantine after your first symptom. That's it.
Right.
If you're double vaccinated.
Right.
The company I work for, they said 10 days. When I got it, it was 10 days. Now I guess they lowered it to 5 to match the provincial government. So whatever. I got a bunch of paid days off.
Cool. you still got hit for that 10. It's like, all right, I stay home. Oh, I'm so sick.
Very, very sick and just under the weather and.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! No.
Anyways, yeah. Microsoft bought Activision.
Oh, you want to jump right into video games? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's because that COVID gets annoying after a while. But well, I'm just going through my list, and that was like the first thing that I saw.
So with this purchase, first of all, this makes Microsoft still the third largest company when it comes to video games and publisher of video games. The third largest.
Really, who are the top two then?
Sony and Tencent.
Okay, yeah, Tencent. They own part of Reddit.
They own a part of a shit ton.
Yeah.
But it's Sony, Tencent, and still Microsoft.
Oh.
But after Microsoft purchased EA, Bethesda, and now Activision Blizzard, which Blizzard, cool. Activision, fuck off.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a good thing though, because like there was some good Activision games back in the day.
There was.
That maybe they can resurrect or bring back or fix.
Yeah. Well, okay, so maybe I shouldn't say Blizzard cool, because there was issues with Blizzard that we didn't know about going on behind the scenes way before Activision stepped in.
Yeah.
But Activision, just to step back further, Activision was a major thorn in the side of the company that you and I appreciate and love, and then ultimately left to the celebratory cheers of Bungie, because it used to be Activision Bungie.
Right.
And they were the major driver for what Destiny 2 was before it became free to play and became the playground that we know it is now.
It's definitely something right now.
It's definitely something. But then, recently, like all the fucking mess that's going on right now with Activision Blizzard.
Isn't there some like sexual harassment charges or
just a touch?
Just a few,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy shit. When you have a bunch of Caucasian males at some sort of company soiree, renting a hotel room and dubbing it the Cosby Suite.
Oh no! Okay, I didn't hear that.
Issue.
Oh, it's funny. I mean, it's not ha funny, but it's like
no,
wow.
It's not. No. This was after everything happened with Bill Cosby. Anyway,
that's
so
wow.
With Microsoft coming in and purchasing Activision Blizzard, I think this will be the major corporate ass kicking that the management needs, and there's going to be some guys who are going to be without a job, and
maybe more. Really,
maybe more. As nice as that may sound to some real scumbags out there, they're still rolling bank. It's stupid. So anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, not saying that Microsoft is like the be all end all to save some of these shitty companies too, but I mean, maybe they can put them in the right direction. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a lot of money that they bought it for though.
Yeah.
Like $70 billion. Like that's a lot of fucking cash.
That's a stupid amount of money. But now we're looking at a situation where the Xbox Game Pass is just amazing.
Yeah.
Because we have Microsoft, anything Xbox, so that is like Forza, Halo, and then you have Bethesda, which is like you go with the big ones, which would be Doom,
Fallout,
Skyrim, and then EA, which is like
all
pretty
the
much
sports.
Anything sports.
Yeah.
Mass Effect. And now you're going to wrap in Overwatch, Diablo, and like what the fuck else? Like,
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, there's StarCraft, Warcraft too. So like, there's a lot of. Well, okay, so like even like the Tony Hawk series is all Activision. Yeah. I think I want to say like Call of Duty as well is maybe part of that. I know they went to Treyarch, but I think
Call of Duty has been an Activision staple for as long as I can remember.
I think so. Let's see. Let's look it up.
Although I'll be honest, I've never been a Call of Duty fan ever.
Me neither.
I played Call of Duty Ghosts and went, wow, that was something.
I played Warzone a little bit. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
No, it's Microsoft now because it was Activision.
Oh, yeah.
So it's they Microsoft. That's gonna be a really really good thing. You know, like for Game Pass especially. I mean, because like I pay the Game Pass is gonna go up. It's gonna end up being $20 a month, but
Is it not already?
yeah, it's like 13 plus tax.
Okay.
It's $12.99 plus tax. I think it comes up to like 13. What I can't remember. It's like $14, whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
So it's probably going to go up to like $17 a month. But I mean, you don't have to pay for the games then. You know, like every day it seems like there's new games coming out for it. I don't download a whole bunch of them, but let's just see what's on here right now. Like Outer Wilds, F1. There's like Farming Simulator.
I tried that a bit. Farming Simulator 19. I tried that a bit.
Okay, so like games, this is just what I'm looking at like right now that's on Game Pass. Like so Minecraft, Forza 5, Halo Infinite, Sea of Thieves, Ark, Mortal Kombat 11, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Back 4 Blood. Yeah, like there's
That's insane.
all of these games. And you can just be like, okay, I'm gonna play this, like the Halo Master Chief Collection, like all of that. It's just here you go, just play them.
And then the multiplayer Halo Infinite, you just went like, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, like you obviously
crap.
have to download it, but I mean, it's still right. Like, it's stuff that it's there, right? So
Yeah. When's the last time you bought a physical game?
physical.
Yeah.
I bought a used copy of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth a couple years ago for my Switch, and I bought it. Yeah, I bought it used, like at a video game store in the city. But a new game,
Yeah.
fuck. Probably Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 3.
That was the last time you bought, physically bought a new game.
Like a brand new game. Yeah, I mean, I don't count used games like that, but yeah, would have been to what 2013. Wow. Yeah. Everything else I buy digitally.
So, like the last used game went onto this shelf behind me. It's like a couple of NES games, but the last brand new game I bought, I went all out on it, and I bought the Ultimate Collector's Edition. That was Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PlayStation 4, and that came with this thing here. Hold on.
Okay.
The tin box, the Cornwall tin box.
Yeah.
And like a treasure map and a bunch of DLC and all that stuff. Like that was $180. And I was paying basically $80 for the game and the DLC, and then $100 for everything that was in this fucking thing.
Yeah, because like I bought the digital deluxe copy, and I would have got all of the same things that you did except for the actual physical stuff.
Yeah. So I bought that like day one.
Yeah.
So that was a couple of years ago.
You know, I did buy something else, and it was a new game. It was a Tetris Effect. I bought it for my PlayStation 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like that game. If you like Tetris, you should play that game. It's on Game Pass.
I think I've played it before, but I've never been real good at Tetris. So
yeah, you don't have to be.
Well, you say you don't have to be, but I fucking fail more often than I did at that game.
I've streamed that game a couple times. It's fun. It's really chilled out. And you can play it in VR if you want too.
Oh,
I wish I had a fucking VR headset. I might buy one.
I do. Come over.
A little bit of a drive.
Yeah. I'll hook you up with Phasmophobia.
Well, that would be fun in VR. Fuck, now I'm going to have to buy a goddamn fucking VR headset.
Oh.
Did I tell you? I mean, I did tell you, obviously, but I now have 3 gaming PCs in my house.
3?
3, yeah.
You did not tell me this.
Okay, so I have my one that I'm sitting in front of now. This is my main one. I have my gaming PC that's hooked to my TV in the living room, which I actually started using it again as a actual gaming PC. I played the Stick of Truth for the
yeah?
last couple days because I was bored. But then, so here's kind of an announcement. Some format or some episodes may be looking different on the podcast coming up because I now have a mobile studio. The laptop that I bought is a gaming laptop. It has a video card in it, and I bought that specifically to like record stuff like this and have it look good. So that's why I spent extra money. But yeah, it's a capable gaming PC. It has like the same processor that's in my main rig, plus it's got a 3050.
Holy crap!
Yeah. So. But yeah, so coming up in the next little while, like, and I think I have one interview lined up that we're going to be doing on location.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're the guy that I'm going to interview, I won't name drop him yet, but we're going to do it at a brewery in Saskatoon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, because we're both musicians and we both really like beer, so we're gonna do it at the 21st Street Brewery. So yeah, that look for that coming up, and I'll be announcing shit when we actually get a date down. But no, yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's get back into that Slipknot stuff for a minute.
All right,
here.
sure.
So Slipknot came to Saskatoon in about 2003.
Okay.
I missed that show because it was like minus 45 that day. I'm not gonna miss this one. COVID or not, if they don't cancel it, I'm going. I don't care if I have to like take a weekend off of work or whatever. I'm going.
Right.
I've been listening to Slipknot for 20 years. I've never seen them. You know, like it's one of those things. So are you gonna make the trip down to Vancouver?
Well, okay. So first of all, who's the opening act for this show in Saskatoon?
Ginger, and In This Moment.
Gotcha.
It's same in Vancouver, right?
Yes, because it's Ginger. I am going to be doing my absolute best to either make it down to Vancouver or make it to a different show, be it maybe even Saskatoon or Edmonton or something like that, because I want to do a follow-up interview with Ginger.
Oh, you're right. You did interview them at one point.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Great interview with Tatiana, the lead singer for Ginger.
Yeah.
I want to do a follow-up interview with Ginger. So,
you should
Turbo says, congrats on the laptop. D-bag sounds sweet.
Thanks, Trick. No, I think you should try to do it in Saskatoon, and then, we could just do the whole mobile. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Because fuck, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I want to do a follow-up interview with Ginger, but the closest I got to see Ginger was unfortunately just never to be. I was supposed to go down to Seattle where they were going to play in a little hole-in-the-wall bar, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But that tour of theirs was such a shit show.
Yeah.
That everything got pushed back, and then my schedule got pushed, and then ultimately we ended up doing a quick interview like just over technology, and it was a great interview, but still, like, I missed the opportunity to interview Ginger in person.
Yeah.
So now that they're like, we're coming to Canada and we're coming to Western Canada, I'm gonna be hitting up their promotions department and going like, hey,
yeah,
let's make this happen finally.
Yeah, let's try it again. Have you seen In This Moment before?
Yes. Or I know of them. I've seen videos of them. I have not seen them. No.
Maria Brink is insanely gorgeous and is a hell of a singer. I've seen them open for Shinedown a couple years ago.
Wow.
In a small, like 3,000 person venue, not even, like maybe 2,000 person venue in Saskatoon. And holy fuck, did they put on a show. So just this lineup alone, like Ginger, In This Moment, and then fucking Slipknot. Come on. Come on. You gotta go, right? Like,
oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So a question to you.
Yeah.
Darrell.
Yeah.
Is I'm confident in getting an interview with Ginger.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's possible to pull off a double or a triple.
Oh, that would be fucking tight.
The issue would be scheduling, and not our schedule, their schedule. right?
Yeah.
Because I've already got this connection, and the moment that this was announced and I saw Ginger was on the card, I'm like, fuck, I'm already hooked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, like this is something worth pushing for.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like we're gonna put in work for this one.
Yeah, if we can swing this and get like a media pass, shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Wait a minute, does that mean that I'm media now somehow?
What do you mean? Does it mean you're media now somehow? Jesus.
Shut up. I guess I'm in the media now.
You're hanging with me,
yeah,
man.
I know,
Come on.
Yeah.
You want to take on projects with me, that automatically just throws that umbrella over top of you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I still don't consider myself a professional.
Neither do I.
Good. Because I'm not. I mean, I don't even have pants on right now, for fuck's sakes. That's not professional.
What do you think? News anchors wear pants? Come on.
Why would they?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't see their
Desk
pants.
goes up to here.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, wearing like board shorts and flip flops in the summer, like fuck, why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I usually don't like to show my hand, but I'm rather excited and I'm hopeful, and I may be calling my shot. But I was approached by the station manager of a competing radio station.
Yeah.
In my town, and the text message was, "So when are you sending me a demo and a resume?" Like, tonight.
Yeah, like it's already on its way.
Yeah, pretty much.
So okay, so like, how big of a difference would that be? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going from a place that you're obviously comfortable in to like a new situation. I mean, like, what do you honestly think about like a change like that?
I think it would be exciting, like flat out. Like, yeah, nerves are up and it's a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time, like the opportunity that's being thrown my way is very exciting. Now, the situation is like, of course, like already hammered the first interview, waiting for the second interview, kind of, anxious about that, but like they have flat out asked me, like, what are my thoughts on management? It's like, well, management's not out of the question, but it's not really about that. It's more about the opportunities that are put in front of me and the challenges that I see.
Right.
And they were like, "Oh, that's a good answer. Yeah, I like it. It's like, yeah, no, I answer good. I word good. No worries.
Homer, no function, beer well without.
Yeah, exactly. So, what does this mean for me? Well, like I've been at this one radio station for 6 years, and I am still just part-time.
Right.
And I say that with a little bit of bitterness because there were full-time positions that came up, but they went to other people.
Yeah.
And the competing radio stations, the station manager just flat out texted me and said, like, send me your shit, please.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging. For one, I would like the idea to go full time at a radio station is wonderful. It's an incredible idea and experience because it means I don't have to fucking drive it during the winter anymore.
If you don't want to.
I drive. Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
If I don't want to. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? It becomes an option, not a necessity.
Yes. Yeah.
Two, I mean, it seems pretty clear that they want to train me for management, which is like, fuck yeah. Like, I will gladly take on additional duties. That's what this industry is all about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not uncommon in that industry to jump from company to company.
No.
Most of the time, it's not usually in the same town, though, from what I've heard or read.
Yeah.
It's like,
but
it's like, oh, I'm going to go take this job, like 3 provinces over so I don't piss anybody off. Right.
Well, but that's just it. Like, they, I put down in my cover letter, allow me to be the Rob Gronkowski to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, your Chris Jericho to your AEW. Just basically putting it in there and even writing it in there. Allow me to be the one that got away from the other guys, because the competing radio station is basically saying, like, we have these full-time positions. We want to see your stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas the station I'm working for is like, you've been here 6 years. You're still part-time. Where are you going?
Yeah.
And I appreciate everything that's happened so far and the experiences that I've had and the training that I've had. But like, to be honest, like I've been asking for additional training for a while. I want to learn how to do this and work this program and be integral in this situation. And I've never gotten the opportunity. So the other station going like, "Hey, come on, what do you think? Do you want to do this?" Like, yeah, I'll jump at this.
Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, and I'm proud of you, and fucking go get it. Go get it, bitch.
Go get it. I'm going to get it. Yeah. The choices are, and I'm not even sure if they're going to be my choices to be had. At this point in time, I'm working for a adult hits station.
I thought you were going someplace else with that.
Adult hit station or a top 40 station. Those are the two stations I work for currently.
Right.
The competition has a new rock, classic rock station, all mixed into one, and a country station. Yeah, that look on your face is like, yeah, I know, I get it, but at the same time, it's fucking full time.
Yeah, I mean, again, you don't have to like the stuff you're playing on the radio.
My first radio gig was talk radio. My second radio gig was oldies. So, like, I'm adaptable.
Like, what kind of oldies are you talking about? Because, like, that's
pre-Beatles. Like, genuine oldies.
Like 50s?
Pre-Beatles. Yes.
Some of it can be all right.
No, and I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I learned the genre. That is what someone in media does. They learn the genre.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's this. It's like if I can learn oldies, which is catering to an audience that is double, sometimes triple my age,
and geriatric, and on a lot of pills now.
Yeah. If I can do that, I can learn country, or I should say, I can relearn country because my mother was a huge country music fan. So like, I have been exposed to it in the past.
I don't think it's gonna be what your mother's country is.
It's probably not Conway Twitty or Travis Tritt or Patty Loveless or anything like that. You're probably right.
It's probably the new crap country. Okay, I'm gonna make a very bold statement here.
Sure.
I grew up in a small town, so obviously I was exposed to a lot of country music growing up. That's fine. 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s country is perfectly fine in my books. I will listen to it. Like Brooks and Dunn, old Garth Brooks, stuff like that. I will listen to that, and I will enjoy it. The new stuff sucks. Because all it is pop music with a country fucking guitar on it. That's it.
You're not wrong.
It's all shit. Like, at least some of those bands back in the 80s, like 70s, 80s, and 90s, they would write their own songs. Not all of them, but most of them would. When the song meant something. And I'm making a very general statement here because there is other artists, like Brad Paisley. He writes his own shit. But in general, there's a lot of crap country music out there. And fuck those people. Right in the air.
Trick says I concur with D-Bag's country analysis.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Kit
right.
Kat says no one needs to know about pants.
Pants are overrated anyways.
Yeah.
I literally walk in my house, like after work or something. I take my pants off and I put shorts on immediately. That is like, I let the dogs out, I feed the dogs, and I put shorts on.
Yeah.
Every day.
And sometimes that putting the shorts on isn't necessarily a rush. No, I get it.
Yeah. It happens. Because I fucking hate pants.
So anyways. It's been nearly a week since my first interview. And I might add, this is the first time I sat down with two separate bosses at the same time.
Yep.
I sat down and had lunch with the boss of the rock station and the country station, and it was just the three of us sitting at a Greasy Spoon, great little diner here in Prince George.
Yep.
That was the first time, and I fucking loved it because it's not often I get to answer questions. I'm usually asking the questions, and so questions were coming my way. I'm like, you fucking keep hitting me. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been less than a week. I've been thanks, Kit Kat. She said that's a picture. It's been less than a week. I'm
Mm-hmm.
nervous, but I'm no more nervous than I was when I left that lunch.
Yep.
I'm just wondering, like, should I touch base or should I wait?
I would say if you don't hear anything by like Thursday,
So
then
that'd
I
be
would
a
just
week flat.
yeah, then I would just be like, yeah, hey, just just checking in and seeing if you still like me, because I like me.
I was real tempted to like send him like a couple of large pizzas from like Panago or something like that.
I'd get the job first.
Yeah, with love from JD.
Yeah, that might be a little like awkward and weird too.
So
yeah.
it's something I'm looking forward to. It's something exciting, and
Yeah.
quite frankly, like if the station I'm working for doesn't want to keep me, oh well, they're lost.
Yep. Got to move up, right? It's just
Exactly.
You got to keep moving on.
Exactly. So
I have a weird.
I will be their competition.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I have a weird topic, and I know we didn't talk about this, but because I wanted to get like an honest reaction, because it's not a weird question, but it's like it's about movies. What is a movie that you can only watch once, or that you've only watched once because that was like once was enough?
What's the context?
Just any movie that that you've watched and enjoyed, but you had no urge to watch it again due to like content or context.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Kevin Costner.
Why?
That was a first date movie.
Fair enough.
That was not only a first date movie, but that was the first date movie of my first not grown up, but first real relationship.
In like 1990?
Was it 1990?
I'm sure that movie came out in like 90. I'm going to look it up.
Maybe it was just a flat out first date movie. Maybe.
91.
Trick Turbo.
91.
91? Okay, so maybe it was just a flat out first date movie, but Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yeah, watched it in the theater. Hadn't watched it since. Have had no feeling, inclination, nothing at all to watch it again.
That's
Trick
fair.
says Titanic.
Yeah.
Kit Kat says Twister.
Fuck that. Twister's like my favorite movie. I watch it at least once a month. Like, I'm dead serious. I fucking love that movie. Like, because the soundtrack kicks ass. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was thinking a lot heavier than that.
Oh,
Like, I was thinking like, Schindler's List.
never watched it.
Don't. It's really depressing.
Oh, we can go down.
It's supposed to be though.
Yeah. We can go down like hard hitting movies that I watched once and will never do it again.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like,
Yeah.
Schindler's List is one. Like, I've watched The Godfather before, but I have no urge to watch it again.
Yeah. Benji the Hunted.
I don't know that.
Is it just not clicking?
No.
Okay. So there was a series of movies starring this little puppy called Benji, who was very well trained. And the Benji would go on these adventures, kind of like Herbie the Love Bug, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But Benji the Hunted was kind of a surreal meta type movie where they were shooting this movie of Benji on this deserted island, and then a storm came in, and then they had to fly the film crew out of there, but they couldn't find Benji. But Benji was stuck because it had found these wildcat cubs and wanted to make sure that they were protected, and so the helicopters all took off. So this movie then moves forward of this dog training and taking care of these animals, these cubs that were kittens or whatever like that, in the wild, and trying to protect them and blah 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 blah. And then eventually helicopter comes back, Benji's owner comes back, and then now the dog who has been taking care of these cats has to make a choice of going back home or staying, and then ultimately it goes back home. So I watched that as a child, and I remember so much about that movie. And then when the movie ended and the dog ultimately got onto the helicopter and reunited with its owner, but also was like, sad because of leaving the cubs behind, the kittens, whatever the hell they're called. When the movie was over and the credits rolled, I remember going downstairs to my bedroom, burying my head in the pillow and crying for the first time. I got 30 seconds into crying and then stopped myself and going, the hell am I doing? I was too young to understand what the fuck was going on in my mind.
Oh my God. It's just weird. Like I'm looking it up on Wikipedia right now, and it's like I thought you were bullshitting me this whole time, but no, that it's an actual movie. It's like weird, fucking weird.
Well, this is way before. Like this was VHS. Like
87. This movie came.
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I was actually thinking of the movie Kids. You ever watch the movie Kids?
Why is that ringing a bell and making me feel a little gross?
You should feel a little gross because it's
okay. Good.
So how to describe this movie without getting sent to jail because of the content of it. There's a lot. I've watched it like once when I was a teenager, and I remember it, and I'm just looking it up on the Wikipedia page. There's child sex in it, like underage. It's teenagers, right? It's there's lots of drug use. It's just it's okay. So it was the first movie for Rosario Dawson and Chloe Sevigny.
I know Rosario Dawson. Yes.
Yeah. Chloe Sevigny was in some other shit. She's not as famous as Rosario Dawson, but like
Really?
it's just not. It's not a movie that you need to watch twice or ever.
It's pretty much like off my list. Just never on it, and the fact that like you said it and it rang a bell, and I'm like, ugh. Like I instantly got this feeling like there's a reason why I don't know about this movie.
Yeah, like there's actually a scene, like the one character that goes around screwing all these underage girls. I mean, he's underage too. Like it turns out he has AIDS, so he's like spreading it to all these girls. Like I think he rapes this girl too. Like just okay, let's not even talk about it anymore. Just don't watch the movie. I remember it because like it burned itself into my fucking memory when I was a kid.
Yeah. All right, let me switch this. Let me switch this question here.
Okay.
What's one movie that you've watched once, but now that you think about it, you would gladly watch again?
That's a good one.
Because I can think of one immediately, and I have zero excuses why I have not seen this again, but I should. And I think that it would be like worth a sit down and like even just like an online community. Let's watch this together. And that is the original Heavy Metal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I've seen it once, like when I was a teenager, but
me too. I watched it once, but that was badass. And now I think about it, I was like, fuck, why haven't I watched that again?
Mine will be a little newer than that, like exponentially newer, because Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I saw it.
It was so fucking good.
Oh my god! Speaking of crying,
yeah, we can't even talk about it because it's still too early.
Holy shit!
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Here's the thing. Like, my god, the writers and the producers and the directors, like, they know how to fucking wrap up a story. They know how to hit all the fucking points.
Yeah, they was done really, really well. Like I couldn't get over, like, I went to see it with my niece and two of my nephews, and my niece had seen it before, so I'm sitting there and like some stuff happened on screen and my eyes got big and she's looking over at me giggling and like, because she had seen it already, right?
Yeah.
I would gladly go see that movie again, like in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
But other movies like that deserve a rewatch.
Kit Kat says the only thing missing is Stanley. That's true.
Yeah,
There's only so much you can do now.
He's famously dead. Like, so I mean, it is sad, but I mean, but yeah, like, I don't know, like, it's a tough question. I mean, 'cause,
Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
What else?
You know what I watched the other night because I was bored?
that?
Scary movie. The first one.
The spoof?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was on Netflix. I was just flipping through. I'm like, yeah, I'll fuck with that for a little bit. Oh, you know what else I've been watching? I don't know how we got into this whole topic of movies. Well, I do know, but we're kind of going off on tangents here. But I just rewatched Jackass, Jackass 2, Jackass 3, and Jackass 3.5. All in the last couple days. Again, because I was home.
Yeah.
But Jackass 4 Forever is coming out.
Yes.
Next month. So, yeah. Me and
just what? Had to get remind yourself of the storyline so far or what?
Well, yeah, there's lots of shit that goes on. But I can rewatch them. I know we've talked about this before, and you won't rewatch them. It's like I can because I still think they're funny.
What? They are funny, but they're a lot funnier when you're not sitting by yourself.
Depends.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all contextual.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm gonna go see it in the theater with some buddies. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll
Yeah.
be there too.
Yeah.
My God. Yes. Another movie that I've only watched once that I will.
Only watched French.
Yeah. Clearly,
Words.
I need my late night cup of coffee. Another movie that I've only watched once that I'll gladly watch again is a bit of an odd one, but I think a little underrated. It's Cloud Atlas.
Never watched it. I've heard it was good. I don't know.
It tells an interesting multitude of stories, and Halle Berry and Tom Hanks. I mean, can't really go wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if I like Tom Cruise that much. Or you said Tom Hanks, right?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's
not Tom Cruise.
got my Toms mixed up there for a minute.
Yeah. One of them is crazy, and the other one's everyone's father.
Yeah.
Not daddy. That's something.
Yeah. That's a whole other set of stuff we'd have to unpack there.
Yeah. No, we all agree that is Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
How's your?
Can we touch on scary movies because
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't really.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into that. It's like,
Okay, cool.
so we are talking about movies. If for people that don't remember, if you're new or whatever, JD hates horror movies. JD gets scared by horror movies. I think it's funny because I'm an asshole. I'm
a child. So what?
Yes. So what JD was doing for this year was to watch at least one horror movie per month.
Correct.
And how's it been
so
going?
far,
Yeah.
So far, I've watched the 2010 remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. And
I didn't even watch that one.
Yeah. And I watched The Grudge.
Two interesting choices for your first first watches, right?
Real attempt into watching
Yeah.
scary movies. Yes.
So what did you think of the 2010 version of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, first of all, I couldn't, because I'm a movie buff and also like just a huge fan of media. I had a hard time getting past the fact that Clancy Brown and the man who played Rorschach in Watchmen were in this movie together. We're talking Rorschach and Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants. So after I got past that, I couldn't not hear Rorschach, which was a bit of an issue for me.
Yeah, that's fair. But
so right off the bat, I realized that maybe it wasn't scary movies that turned me off. It was gore, because the opening death of that movie was by far like the most shocking and gory.
What happens? I can't remember.
The one, so this one young man sitting in a diner having troubles staying awake because he hasn't slept in like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And then he starts dreaming his friend sitting across from him who works at the diner or something is trying to keep him awake, but then she buggers off, and then he falls into a sleep, but he doesn't know he's asleep anyway.
Yeah.
So Freddy then comes after him, and then come back to real life. He's still asleep, but he slits his own throat.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
With a steak knife.
Yeah.
And that grossed me out. Right.
And that's,
but then the rest of the movie didn't. And that's when it started to click. Like, maybe it wasn't the scary, it was just the gore that it couldn't handle. But regardless, the movie itself, I mean, it was tense at times.
Yeah.
I was laughing at times.
Yeah.
And then I started to see some of the stereotypical scary movie tropes. Freddy Krueger was created as a monster in a specific way, and then at the end of the movie, they tried to end him by that same specific way, and of course he comes back because why didn't you fucking try anything different? But it told a story. I really didn't see any loopholes other than a bunch of teenagers who were panicking and way out of their fucking league.
So what I think you should do now is you should watch the original.
Yeah?
Yeah, the original with the dude that played Freddy in the new one. Okay, so me as a purist, especially when it comes to horror movies, there is only one Freddy Krueger, and it's not this guy. It's fucking Robert Englund. It has to be. Because he created that character. He didn't create it, but he brought life to that character. Like that. When I think of Freddy Krueger, I think of him.
Yeah.
Not this other dude. Even though he was in a bunch of video games. He was in Mortal Kombat 9. Like the new Freddy. Yeah. It's stupid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid. But no, watch. I have a whole list of stuff.
I know you do.
For your horror movie, stuff that you're gonna do. Like Orphan.
Ooh, that's already been thrown on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It. Both parts, back to back.
God damn it.
And that's you started about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and you're done at about 11:30.
Yeah, and then I won't sleep for 2 days. I get it.
Yeah. It's just about a clown, right? Clowns are fine.
Sure. So the second movie, The Grudge.
Yeah.
With Buffy the Vampire Slayer there.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Thank you.
Yep.
That one actually was a little scarier than the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah.
At times, I was starting to get a little scared, a little tense.
It's more visceral. It definitely it hits harder, right? Because it's a little more closer to reality than what Freddy Krueger would be. In my opinion, yeah.
Exactly.
A little more.
Yeah. There were times in that movie where I was doing a stereotypical thing of what are you doing? Don't go in there. Yeah. I could instantly from that reaction, that looking back at myself, that barometer is okay, no, this is bringing up the scare level just a little bit. Instead of just sitting back and relaxing and laughing, I'm actually reacting appropriately to what's going on the screen.
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't watched that movie for a long time, but I remember it being good. I thought of another one that you should watch, and it's Silent Hill.
Okay.
Yeah,
isn't there 2 of them?
You need to watch the one. Who is in that one?
Did one of them have Mads Mikkelsen?
Let's see. No, I don't want the game. I want the movie. Come on.
I played the first game, and that was... Well, no, it wasn't necessarily the first horror game that I played. That would have been Resident Evil. Or The Clock Tower. Oh my God, The Clock Tower. That was a scary game.
So the first one, watch the Silent Hill from 2006. Laurie Holden's in it. Sean Bean. Alice Krieg. Yeah, that's the one you should watch.
All right. I'll add that one to the list.
There's 2 movies. There's Silent Hill Revelation, but no, you don't need to watch it. You just need to watch the first one.
All right, fine.
I mean, it is a sequel, but it's just, I think it's more video game like than horror movie like. So
Gotcha.
yeah, no,
Okay.
watch Silent Hill, and It, and Orphan, and fuck, there's something else I was thinking of.
There was one that was suggested from the radio station. It was The House of Seven Gables, which sounded interesting. I can't even fucking find a movie trailer for this thing.
Oh, what was that? The one that I sent to you in Discord the other day. X. Did you watch that trailer?
X. Yes, yes, I did. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Movie.
Adult film mixed with horror. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so The House of the Seven Gables is a 1940s movie.
Yeah. Apparently, someone, one of the callers on my radio show was like, "You have to watch this movie. It is like it made me like sleep with the nightlight on and underneath the covers for like a couple of nights." All right, well, I tried to find a movie trailer and like nothing popped up.
You know, I don't think movie trailers are real big in the 40s. just saying there, JD. Just
Yeah. Someone
It'd
also
be
suggested
interesting.
I go back. Yeah. Someone also suggested I go back and watch, like reach back and watch Christine, Cujo,
The Shining.
Maximum Overdrive. The Shining was another one.
Yeah. The Shining is like I've recently rewatched it and reread the book. The book again is way better, but the movie is definitely something. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And actually, if you're on that same thing, you could watch The Shining and then immediately after watch Doctor Sleep.
Which is a sequel, is it not?
Yes.
Interesting.
That came out recently.
Yeah.
And I've also recently rewatched the movie and reread Doctor Sleep. And again, it was a really good book. But I'm a Stephen King fan, so.
Yeah.
I started looking at my bookshelf today because I'm planning on moving.
Yeah.
I have way too many Stephen King books. I think I have like 85% of the books that he's ever put out. There's a reason why my bookshelf is fucked because there's like too much weight on it.
It's too much suspense is what's going on here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What else did you? I just dropped our video.
Well, speaking of that, we can briefly talk about my thoughts on the Dark Tower.
Right. Yes, that's what the other part was.
Yes.
So you just finished books 1 and 2 of the Dark
Correct.
Tower, right?
Yes. The audiobook versions, and I hammered through them. Yes.
Yeah. And how? Okay. What are your thoughts on the first book first?
The first book was awesome. It told an incredible story about the gunslinger, and it felt like a really cool Western with like some supernatural as well as some like hints of what is this world and is it connected? Is it a different universe? And so like the gunslinger was just like the first book, like it had me hooked. Like, okay, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this, right?
Yeah.
You know, it was raw, it was gritty, it was survival, it was
Violent.
it was a lot of things. It was like adult themed, and it was good. I can't remember what the hell it was, but it was a couple of times where I think I like openly like giggled or shock or something like that, and it's something to try to stifle when you're driving a bus full of people. Anyway, so no, the first book was like I loved it.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't expecting the ending of the first book. I was not expecting that. And like a sit down conversation with the man in black.
Mm-hmm.
I was just okay. Well,
So
I guess
how does that happen? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, well, I guess there's like a I don't know, die by the sword type honor in this situation.
Yeah.
But also like I could see the motivation because it wasn't the man in black that the gunslinger was after. The gunslinger was after the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
and knew that the Man in Black was the journey to it.
Yeah.
So,
through him. Yeah.
Through it. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So then we get into the second book. And
I've always had a hard time getting through the second book. Because I get to a point and I'm just like, okay, I'm bored. But I always push through and finish. Anyways, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I do wonder where the point is where you get bored. Anyway, I got to the second book and immediately an absolute utter shit show. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then
Ow, my fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Ow, my toe.
Yeah. So then we meet the prisoner, and that exchange was utterly hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we meet what was
the Lady of Shadows.
The Lady of Shadows.
Yeah.
And the introduction to the Lady of Shadows kind of like, what the fuck is this book?
Yeah.
Man, I'm doing my best not to give away anything, but like,
the book came out in the 80s. If you let a little bit slip, it's not going to be a big deal.
No, I can do without. When we were, the listener was, or the reader was being introduced to the Lady of Shadows, it's just like I was ready to, like, I don't know where this book is going anymore.
Yeah.
This is getting like a little too much for me. But then I muscled through it, and okay, I'm starting to understand what the hell's going on.
That's about where I get bored. Because they bring Eddie in and the whole the gunfight and stuff where he's fighting naked and shit. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
There's this high, really high about, and then it drops. So that's where I get bored. Because the beginning of the Lady of Shadows part of the book is like, okay, well, this is different. It's not bad. It's just, it's different tonally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Massive. So get through that, and then going through her history, and then trying to help her by rectifying her history, and then that whole body snatching situation, going into the drugstore and going into the ammunition, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Ammunition. I mean, that's not what it's called, but I mean, I like it. I like I like the crossover there.
Yeah. So like that whole exchange and that whole experience, like the gunslinger was really really working for that one, and I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, I get to the end of the book there, and it just I feel as though I'm not in a massive rush to get to number 3.
So here's the thing. Once you get into 3, it's like, I find after you finish 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all flow together.
Interesting. Okay.
Like very closely. So, 3 is really good, and it's a lot of people's favorite, and for good reason, because there's a lot of really good stuff that happens in that book. But I would get into it sooner rather than later, because I can't remember how the second one ends. You gotta look at
that. It ends with the Lady of Shadows and Eddie falling in love.
Right.
The gunslinger is healthy. They are being taught to all become gunslingers now.
Yeah.
And I think they see the tower on the horizon. No? I see something. Anyway. Maybe I'm just a little gun shy.
That's fair.
Because like the tone changed from 1 to 2, and then halfway through 2 was just like, this is abrupt.
Yeah. No, you gotta read or listen to 3, because again, it's a lot of people's favorite. It is not my favorite. 4 is probably my favorite.
Okay.
Maybe 5. No, 4 is probably my favorite. Yeah. The whole series is good.
I did something that was not recommended.
Did you spoil the ending for yourself?
I did not. In fact, I did the furthest thing from it.
Yeah.
I watched the 10 clips of the Dark Tower movie that were posted to YouTube, and immediately I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. It's
Because none of it makes sense.
No.
And it's not even loosely based or pulled from it. They took characters and went, okay, we'll send them over here.
Yeah. So, yeah. After you finish the book series, you'll understand the movie more, but it's still very far off.
I don't think I do.
You will.
And
you will, trust me.
And for a few choice things. One, the gunslinger in the movie, Idris Elba, has all of his fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
And two, yes,
I could full on explain it to you why it's different, but then it spoil the end of the series.
fair enough. And two, so there's a fight at the end of the movie between the Man in Black, Matthew McConaughey, and the gunslinger, Idris Elba. And Idris Elba's character takes down the Man in Black in a way that makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Zero sense.
Yeah. I know. You're preaching the choir, man. I know. I know. It's fucking
Like I don't care what type of movie magic or physics or anything like that.
Yeah.
The way he took down the Man in Black makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I watched the full movie. So, yeah. I put myself through that punishment. And I was mad. I was still living with my ex at the time, and you can ask her, and she's like, yeah, he was mad. Because like I was that mad. That.
Yeah.
Anyways. What are you listening to this week there?
Well, I kind of wanted to see what you wanted to pick first, because I have a feeling that we might actually have a crossover.
I doubt it.
Okay.
I bet you haven't heard either of these bands.
All right, fine.
Maybe.
I'll go with my first one, which is a band that you mentioned briefly, although very quickly, something I added to my Spotify playlist, which if you want to listen to our Spotify playlist, all you have to do is search for Found Signals.
Yes.
Shine Down, Cut the Cord.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
No, that is not what mine are. My first one is I was actually sitting at a bar last night with the drummer for my band. We went and purchased some new gear for our band last night, and was in a church, and I didn't light on fire, which is surprising because I was in a church. But anyways, we're sitting in, just spontaneously combust. Yeah. So the song is called "Here Comes My Man" by a band called the Gaslight Anthem. They had like one big song, like big song. It's called 45. It came out in the early 2000s. I have it on vinyl. It's my old band used to cover the song. It's very like a rocking like 60s, 70s style. Like anyway, we're sitting in this bar and this song came on their satellite radio or whatever. And I'm like, holy fuck, I haven't heard that song in ages. So that's what I put on here. It's a good song. You'll have to listen to it.
Well, it'll be on the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my second song is actually connected to the scary movie I'm going to watch in the coming month, and that is in February. The Foo Fighters are releasing a movie called Studio 666,
which isn't getting fucking released in Canada, apparently.
What?
It's not.
That must be new. That must be new. I don't.
Because I can't find anything about tickets or dates here.
Huh.
Maybe in Vancouver.
All I've seen so far is February 25th.
All right. Anyways.
So, with that being said, anything with Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters, sign me up, 100%.
Yeah.
So, with that, off of their Medicine at Midnight album, Holding Poison by the Foo Fighters.
I don't know that one.
It's a good one. It's not a single, but it's a good one.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'll definitely check that out. Because again, it's going to be on the playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah. My last one is I'll tell you somebody. I'll tell you someday by Pliny. Pliny is a Australian guitarist. It's all instrumental. It's like we've talked about like intervals and shit like that. It's in the same vein as that. And I just come here. Why can't I spell? Oh, there it is. I just got it on vinyl the other day.
You already added something from Pliny earlier. It was Electric Sunrise.
Yeah, I figured as much. But I got this the other day. It's very.
Ooh, look at that. It's pretty.
Yeah. So,
spiral artwork.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I
that'll be my
remember
second
grade
one.
5.
I don't. I think I was drinking already. Grade 5? How old are you doing grade 5? What, like
10, 11 years old?
I started drinking when I was 12, so.
Yeah. Depending on how smart you are, maybe 12, 13.
Yeah. 14, 15.
14. Yeah.
Driving, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember preschool. Hardest 3 years of my life.
It's because you were with those Catholic priests there.
Who told you I was in private school?
Yeah. Oh, you know, we didn't talk about. A couple people died that we were fans of.
Oh yeah.
Betty White, and who just died the other day?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Yeah, that sick motherfucker. Fuck, he was funny.
Well, you sent me the clip of the Aristocrats joke, and him telling it, and also him explaining it, and the likes of like George Carlin, explaining how explaining how to get through the joke and what makes a joke funny. Not so much the content of the joke, but the delivery of the joke. Yeah. And Bob Saget just like da 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 da. Oh shit, I gotta go. Anyway, just like nothing fucking fazed him. Was a tribute to the man as a comedian and an actor. Like he was sorely underrated.
Oh yeah, fucking died way too young. 65 is too young.
Yeah. And Betty White, that hurt. Like,
yeah.
New Year's Eve, that fucking hurt.
Yeah. She was 99. Obviously,
17 days away from her 100th birthday.
Yeah, but what? Just a day. You know, like it's whatever. Like, it sucks that she's gone, but I mean, whatever. You know, she had a good life.
This is very true. I'm not arguing that, but still, it fucking hurt.
Yeah. Anyways, this has been episode 31 of Lost Signals. My name is Darrell.
I'm JD.
Bye.
Take care.